Hi Aquarius, I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into this, I would like to set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I'm getting a notion of contemplating a decision. You could also be waiting for an opportunity. For some of you, this is related to matters of partnership. You could have a friend that's helping you out. For others, your partner could be helping you with something. You could also be looking for advice when it comes to a partnership as well. I'm seeing this all be related to partnerships in some sort of way. For some of you, it's romantic. For others, this is about friendship. It can be about coworkers. I'm looking at Gemini and Virgo. Remember, it doesn't mean that this is somebody's sun sign. These can be areas of your chart or areas of someone else's chart. Yeah, I'm seeing you reflecting on a relationship that you have and trying to figure out if something is going to be worth it to you to be a part of. For some of you, this is a friendship that you're really questioning, thinking about. I think there's a matter here of wondering if this connection is going to feel fulfilling to you and really, really thinking about that. On such a deep level, because it's not just a reflective level. I'm seeing a sort of processing that we're doing using our intuition as well. And for some of you, you may feel like you're being guided away from certain friends or partnerships that you have and into a more spiritual realm, or even something that you want to be doing with your career, something like that. And maybe you're trying to figure out how your relationships impact what it is that you're doing within your personal life and in relation to your path, where it is you want to be going, what it is you want to be discovering. So I'm looking at Gemini, Virgo, and I'm looking at the moon here. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing the potential for, I'm hearing a long-term relationship. I'm seeing someone that you for sure have an attraction to. It's like you feel drawn together with this person. I'm seeing that you communicate well with them. There's a sense of wanting the dynamic to be harmonious, and understanding too that the more you're expressing yourself and thinking about what it is that you're finding when you look within, the more helpful it's going to be, not just for your relationships, but also for you discovering the path that you're meant to be walking upon. And I'm seeing you take a more active approach as well, too, to figure out where it is that you want to be going right now, what it is that you want to be exploring. I'm seeing you both be more vocal, really taking charge when it comes to where it is that you are leading yourself within your life. It's like not really relying on other people to be telling you where it is that you're meant to be going. It's discovering this for yourself, and maybe even calling this out, communicating this with those around you, maybe even a particular person. It's like also trying to find the things that you feel driven and motivated by as well, especially on an intuitive level. Yeah, I'm seeing something going on where it's like you may have been approaching a relationship or a dynamic with someone in a particular way, and now you're kind of going to be doing that differently. Like, you may have been at first seeing things maybe even more logically, and there was like a sense of like passion or draw or motivation tied into it, but now I'm seeing you kind of step into a more intuitive place as well. So it's like you're both being really analytical in the way that you're thinking about this. You're being really brave too with your actions, and I'm also seeing you move through this in a very intuitive way as well. So there are like a bunch of different approaches when it comes to the way that you are addressing this situation, is what I'm hearing. I'm seeing a tower, and I'm seeing your guides celebrating. I'm seeing this as I'm hearing experienced tower. I'm seeing this as being a good tower. Like, I'm seeing this be a good surprise. Like, you may not have realized the type of chemistry that you have with this person, and it's like something leads you to... For some of you, you could meet someone and not know yet if you have chemistry with them, but you know the connection is harmonious. But it's like you're going to be really surprised, I'm seeing, when you actually meet this person. Like, I'm seeing something be blown out of the water here with the chemistry that you have between the two of you. And it may be somewhat different than past experiences that you've had. And that's also why it's surprising, and maybe also why this was in question. I'm getting, like, this is already someone you're familiar with, I'm seeing. And it's like, when you met them, there's definitely a sense of harmony that you feel naturally within the flow that you have with this person. And maybe you didn't know if it would turn into more than that. Like, this can be a friendship or something like that. Or, like, maybe even, like, a sexual component not being... like tied into this as of yet. You just know you get along really well with this individual. And then I'm seeing a tower, and it's like the lovers open up for you. It's like maybe even unexpectedly, the way that you feel you have chemistry with this person. And this has been a lesson in following your guidance, I'm seeing. Like, I'm getting that you could have been getting intuitive messages about this, messages from your guides about this. But you were also kind of like erring on the side of caution as well, because you didn't know how exactly this would be. So you kind of went into it without having particular expectations. It's like, now you're about to find out, I'm seeing. And yeah, I'm seeing this be like a really pleasant thing, but it's also surprising. It's not particularly what you were expecting. I'm getting like a really intense bond or chemistry that you have with this person. And definitely feel really attracted, and definitely feel like this relationship holds purpose. Like, there's a sense of knowing within this. Even if it wasn't completely deliberate. It's like when you get together with this person, you just feel all around you like you were brought together with this person for some reason. And I'm seeing there be potential for this to turn into definitely something significant for you, Aquarius. This may have been something that you manifested as well. Like, with the help of your guides, I'm seeing, because you could have like been hoping for somebody to come through, but maybe even you fell at a time that you lost faith, or you were just like not expecting it to come at this time, is what I'm getting more so. And it's like, now something arrives here for you, and I'm seeing somebody at your front door. There's also a sense of needing to communicate this as well, because you may be internalizing this process a bit. I'm seeing with the Hermit here. It's like you may have talked to this person about things outside of your emotional experience. And this may be something that you want to have a conversation with them about. It's like what you want it to be. For some of you, you want to do this so they actually know what your intentions are. Because for some of you, there's a possibility of this person walking away if you don't tell them. And I mean, everything that's meant to be is meant to be if you don't feel like you're ready to have that conversation with them. But for some of you, you're being guided to express what it is that you feel. It's like within your internal process when you're alone, what you've been thinking about, how you feel towards this person, and like bringing that outward. This is also about being brave too and moving towards something that you feel called to, something you feel drawn to, something you feel inspired by, something that's potentially fulfilling for you, even if you don't completely know. But as I said before, I'm getting that you have, I'm hearing this sentimental inkling. You have some type of intuitive knowledge that this could hold the type of depth for you that you have been searching for. And this is really about making a judgment call to as well be in touch with your intuition and communicate as you see necessary for this situation. To go over the signs again, I'm looking at Gemini, I'm looking at Virgo, I'm looking at the moon. I'm looking at Saturn, I'm looking at Mars, and I'm looking at Pluto. I'm looking at the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. I'm really seeing this as being something really stable for you that you're moving into. I'm hearing with this person. Remember too, it's always a choice as well what you do and you don't want to be participating in. But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of potential there, and it's like as you're getting to know this person, it's like you're more and more pleasantly surprised by how things are unfolding is what I'm getting. I'm hearing in real time. This is really sweet. Alright, so what's this about? You could have some Pluto contacts with this person too. Okay, so if you were looking for somebody, and remember energies can always be reversed. This can be how you're being perceived. If you were looking for somebody that was stable within their career, like really loves what they do, they feel very proud of their position, they feel like it's something, their role is of value to them. Like this is somebody that's really embraced their Mars and their MC and their North Node in that way. I'm seeing somebody very successful within their career here. With the King of Pentacles, I'm seeing somebody very reliable, somebody very honest, somebody very stable, and somebody who, things like that, those things matter to this person. This is somebody who has values. I'm hearing concrete values. And I'm seeing it be related to the two of you guys together. Like, I'm seeing this be, like, someone that you perceive very much as, like, a type of ideal partner for you. I'm hearing this person knows how to hold it down. Yeah, I'm seeing someone who's, like, this is somebody generous as well. Not in a way where there's somebody to be taken advantage of, but this is somebody that's thoughtful in a way where it's like they're very giving, both with their time and maybe even on, like, the financial end as well. Like, this is somebody who's going to want to make sure that you're okay, too. Like, somebody definitely concerned with that. And maybe there's a type of maybe even role that they've stepped into where being the King of Pentacles is important to them. It's like they may want to be a provider, like that may be like part of their love language in a way, or like a role that feels important to them, like it may be part of their value system. I'm almost getting it too in this way, like there's something about their background from the past that has really emphasized the importance of generosity. Because I'm seeing somebody very balanced, and I'm seeing this also tie into their career as well. And I'm seeing a lot of splitting energy too, in a way where it's like this person wants the equal dynamic with you. It's like they're ready to communicate in a way where you guys can make plans. I'm not seeing it like one person runs the relationship. I'm seeing a really good give and take when it comes to the ways that you guys like plan things, especially like moving into the future with this person. This person may at times, I don't want to say withhold when it comes to the emotional front, but they may be someone that leads more so with logic rather than emotionality. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of earthy energy for them. You may be dealing with another Aquarius, although it can very much be someone else, because I'm seeing that this can be your energy just as much as this is that other person's, because we're not seeing any major arcanas popping out, and it kind of feels like okay, so maybe we have mirroring with this person. I'm seeing that you're also very successful in your career too, and there have been a lot of things that you've had to balance out in order to like feel like you're being compensated for what it is that you're doing. Like I'm seeing a lot of shifts and moves and transitions that you've needed to make, like a lot of like difficult things that you needed to overcome to ensure that like things are paying off for you when it comes to your career and what you move into. Because I'm seeing there be a plan and there being very big goals about what it is that you want to achieve. I'm hearing dream board, and I'm seeing that there's also a recognition as well of being able to successfully, I'm hearing delete, to end cycles that needed to be ended. It's like things that you feel like were harmful to your growth or holding you back, things that felt unhealthy to you. It's like you've successfully ended these cycles, and that's kind of what broke open you being able to receive the 10 of Pentacles. And that was also part of like your karmic test, and I'm seeing that that could also be this person's as well. It's like they could have had things that, and you as well could have had things that in the past may have disrupted your career in a way. And it's like now you finally feel like you're in a good spot where it's like you're building towards what it is that you want to be building. And you also have understood as well that when there are things that you recognize need to come to an end, that you're actually following through with ending these cycles. And it's like this is how you pass the karmic test for things to pay off when it comes to what it is that you're putting your time and energy into. And this is also definitely a plan that is becoming illuminated as well. It's like something that you're gaining clarity on, something that you're understanding too, especially when it comes to future moves that you're going to be making is what I'm hearing. This is like being in that place where whenever you feel like you have a goal that you're not willing to compromise on, if something is holding you back, this is about finding a way to transcend whatever obstacles those things are, or clear out certain cycles that you know you need to clear in order to get where it is that you want to be going. In the past, you could have definitely been worried that you weren't going to achieve what it was that you wanted to achieve when it comes to stability, maybe even something going on with the home. But you recognize that by taking a leap of faith. For some of you, this was ending a past career prior to stepping into where you are now. For some of you, you could be in the midst of going through this process right now. It's like you have some type of career that you want to be working on, and you're recognizing that if you stay in whatever old career path that is and you don't move to where it is that you're being guided, you feel like you're not going to find the security that you're looking for. Because there's a sense of being in your head and being like, I feel like this thing may be unattainable for me, but I'm seeing you make the right moves, and I'm seeing that it definitely took some faith in order for you to actually make this jump, is what I'm hearing. And there was definitely anxiety involved in this as well. But I'm seeing it leading you to exactly where, yeah, like by you taking a chance with something, and I'm getting that this has to do like strictly on the career 3D front for you, you were able to leave behind that sense of like anxiety and maybe even self-doubt, and like you really had the courage to take a chance with something, and you're finding exactly what it is that you're looking for. This reminds me of a very Scorpionic process. I am looking at Uranus here, which is your planet. But it almost reminds me of like needing to let go of something that may feel routine or habitual to you, and like really taking a leap of faith with something, taking a chance on something, and like really believing in your guidance and having faith in yourself to go in the direction of where it is that you've been like yearning to move into. And you feel like you've gotten clarity because of this. Yeah. I'm looking at Uranus and I'm looking at Aries here. And for some of you, I'm seeing that you may be even starting your own business or doing something where you could be like freelancing. You could be doing some type of healing work as well with the Emperor. You can be doing something hands-on, something physical. Whatever it is, it's like you started out in a position where like what you were doing for your career, you may have been like happy within that, but there's a sense of looking for more, because maybe you felt like you hit a plateau in a way and there was like more to discover. So it's like what you were doing in the past definitely served its purpose, and then it came time to move on. But there's a sense of being like, do I want to stay in a place where I feel comfortable, or do I want to move on and like search for something beyond this? And I'm seeing you find your fulfillment within that. And there's a sense of things like maybe even being rocky in the beginning as you're adjusting to all of these things and not knowing if it's going to pay off for you, but you like really having this faith in yourself and where you're being guided and trusting your intuition. That is what helps you bring you to exactly where you're meant to be. And for some of you, this is about like being your own boss in some sort of way, or maybe gaining an enhanced sense of autonomy somehow. And you feel like you have clarity within this position that you are stepping into as well. And it's something that definitely took bold moves to make, like bravery, discipline, strategy. I'm also hearing hard times. But it looks like it's all paying off to me. All right, my friends, we are going to end it here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.